Well, this is going to be disappointing if I find out I recorded a bunch of videos this morning and my mixer wasn't working. It's possible that this cable is data only, or not data, it's just power. Let me go check that real quick, because that's a bummer. It happens, but it's still a bummer. Let's see. I just backed everything up too. And it looks like my frames are dropping like bananas, so it's just going to be a streaming workout today. Let's see. YouTube videos. Yep, that's cool. Well, I'm gonna have to go back and... Alright, it's gonna be one of those days, I guess. What the heck were all the video... Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. It's not terrible, but... it's a bit of a bummer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'll do those again later. Let me find a better cable, because this busted one's irritating me. Alright, we're going to lose audio for a second. It should come back. Hello? There we go. Alright, it was the cable. That's one of the things I don't like about USB cables, is sometimes they just don't wire up the data lines, and then they don't work. So yeah, I foolishly recorded some videos this morning. Let's try a different scale. Not really. I don't know. This is the Ableton Move. It came out, I want to say like November-ish last year. It integrates pretty well with Ableton Live. So like you could just have it mount up as a Wi-Fi device and like get files on and off of it through a web page. It's kind of cool. So like it's got this fancy button here that you just noodle something out, and if you like it, you just hit it and it'll capture it. Yeah, this isn't hooked up to anything right now, so you can export whatever you do on it to the Ableton Live, no problem. I do wish they did kind of like you can do, one of the things that you can do on the push is you can have each row of key, basically each row here is a key across a different octave, but on the push you can have it offset by like 5 octaves or 5 semitones or whatever, so it's kind of like a guitar string, so then you can play consistent like chords and stuff. But it doesn't work that way. So, and it's only 4 tracks, so it's got quite a bit of polyphony. You can do chords and things, like this right here is like all samples. You can record into these sample slots super easy and put whatever you want. But it's only 4 tracks, so there's like you can record in like stems and stuff onto some of these like drum kits, or you can have them all be drum kits if you want and get really crazy. That'll get you up to 64 sample pads if you want to, and you can do like this, you know, this is like just a traditional drum kit, so it's got this sound here. I've got it set up so that over here, whatever the last played pad is, it will pitch it up and down. And I can go down octaves and get like really crazy if I want to. So assuming you have everything, all your notes are in C, it will allow you to like pitch stuff up and down real quick as like a single sample. And whenever you create a new project on this thing, it basically will just randomly pick, usually like a drum kit, bass, like melody or pad or ARP or whatever on like the bottom 2. So I don't know, sometimes I'll just try and take whatever's there and see what I like. Each track can have an independent loop length. So like right now, might be a little bit hard to see, but there's like 2 bars here. Let's just say like 2 lines on the bottom. That's just showing me that I've got a 2-bar loop here. If I hit this button, you can see there's 4 lines here, which is just showing me that it's a 4-bar loop. I can come down here and like so I can just keep noodling around, and if I want to try and capture whatever I've done, I just hit this button here and it'll just dump it into the track. So if I do it right now, it just decided, it doesn't always do it correctly, but it decided it's like a 2-bar loop, which is fine. I can keep building on top of it real quick. There's the undo button here, so I can just undo. Oh, I'm hitting the loop button, not the undo. This is the undo button, sorry. Some of the iconography here, I don't know. I haven't used the move in a little bit, so I'm like getting... So you can see here, it just figured what I just played is 8 bars. So like everything I was just kind of noodling around is in here. So if I want like the last 4 bars, what I do is hold down loop. I can push the 5th and the 8th, and then it'll basically say it's only going to loop over those. I can go back later and get back to the first 4 bars and go kind of loop over it differently. So it's like a pretty quick way to work through what you're working on. This is also a like your steps, so I can page through what I played if I don't like something, and take notes in or out. Anyway, let's say I don't want any of this. Whoops. I want to redo the bass. I just went back too far. So what I usually have been finding I prefer doing is like I'll tell it how many loops I want it to be up front, where you just hold down the loop button and then you just kind of dial in how many you want. That way you know where you are and can kind of play around. It for me, it feels like it works a bit better, but it is nice to be able to do a few other things. Like if I come here, no, shift. Actually, I don't even do that. I push this button. So this is showing me like what you'd have like for Ableton Live, like your arranger view, if it was this way, where it would go down, or not the arranger, the your tracks and clip view. So like each, whoops, didn't mean to hit the power button. Let's exit out. So this would be your clip view in Ableton Live, where you're kind of going down this way. Anyway, you're just reorienting yourself. I could just come in and make do this, and now I've got completely brand new clips where I can go play whatever I want, as long as it's still there. I can hit this. It's going to ask me, like, what did I just play? Like, it's guessing that it's 215 BPM. It might be. But I mean, like, I played like 3 bars, so it's having a little bit of a hard time here. I'm going to undo that for a second, but I can do that. Now we've got, it's detected as a 4 bar. It's super far off, so, but you can sit here and just keep kind of messing around with it until you get it to do what you want. I haven't really used this that much in the last month, so some of the stuff I'm having to remember. But you can create variations and kind of go through. All the knobs up top, you can record. They're assigned to specific parameters. A lot of them you can automate into doing different things. So like if I wanted to have this bass do like a filter kind of change, I can copy here to here. So if I want to keep the old one, we'll switch over. I'm now running the new copy. If I come in here, I can like take this, right? So I've now got, it's 4 bars. So I want to duplicate that, hold this down. So now it's 8. Let me remember. So now it's turned the light to red, and the intensity of that red is showing me how much the knob's been turned. So like I can like take any of these things and do really quick automation just to kind of keep mixing things up and moving forward. So like same idea, I can come to the drums. If I want, I can copy drums over, switch over to the new ones. And if you just touch it, like you can see what the values are over here. Hey, Game and Sound, what's up, man? Trying to see if there's anything worth automating here. I'm gonna do saturator. Maybe one of these. Let's find something maybe a little different. Yeah, I mean, I got it on launch and use it a bit. The thing that I usually do more has been, I mean, I get a lot of questions on SP404 Mark II, so I do videos on that frequently. Been spending most of my time getting more into the Dirty Wave M8, and I just did a month of almost daily videos, most of which, or not daily videos, but like daily January tracks, most of which were on the MPC, but trying to force myself to learn the firmware 3, but that's too much. Feels like too much delay, but we'll leave it as delay, but let's turn feedback like way down. A lot going on there. All right. Didn't want 5 bars. I got too much going on. I added in some extra stuff I didn't want there. Yeah, when I got it, I want to say it must have been like, what, September, October timeframe? I forget. I had a work conference to go to, and I was going to bring the Move, but then I was like, you know what? I'll bring the M8 and the P6 just because it's smaller, so it was a little bit easier to pack, but I probably should have taken this. Like, it's definitely fun to just mess around with. crazy. Alright, we got a mute group going on. I'll fix it. So, we'll want to overdub that in, and then go to bar 4, take that out. There we go. What kind of stuff, game and sound, were you showing off on your channel? So much delay. Yeah, I was thinking this month I might actually mess around with doing like a NES remix or flip beat tape kind of thing. I started working on a partially decent, partially way too much repeating of a Metroid track, so... Hey, you're welcome, man. The SP404 Mark II is right here. It's not too far. If you ever have any questions, feel free to drop stuff. I unfortunately recorded a bunch of videos this morning I'm going to have to redo because I had the wrong... I had a power-only cable hooked up to my TX6, which I use as my audio interface, and didn't realize I wasn't recording any audio, which is a bummer. But it's alright. I'll go back and re-record that stuff today or tomorrow. Well, I don't have any more video scheduled. Well, the only video I've scheduled for tomorrow is a messed up one, so... just move out of here. Well... yeah, it does happen. The problem is I keep ripping apart my studio setup here. Yeah, I've literally not gotten rid of. I've got most of like the rack hardware and stuff in the basement, and like maybe 6 way smaller devices up here. I want to try and just focus on a few more things, so. I'll get there. Just trying to simplify things. Well, I do actually have a track here. I'll see if I remember which one it is. I started doing a Final Fantasy IX flip. Might be this one. No. No. Did I take it off? That's a bummer. Might have taken it off. No. I don't have it on here. I had been recording some of the Final Fantasy IX audio and chopping it up and stuff, but apparently I offloaded it and put it someplace else. So we'll one of these days I'll get back to it. Yeah, Yeah, I'd say that they've done a pretty good job exposing a good amount of controls through the 8 knobs. I've gotten a couple tracks I've done where I was experimenting, trying to see just how different I could make things sound. I want to say it actually was, might be this one. No. Let's see if I can find it. Unless I took this one off already as well, which would be funny. I may have. I was trying to, I had like this whole thing like jam full of tracks, and it's like, okay, it's time to do something different. Might not, I don't think it's this one. No. Well, anyway, what I was doing was record, because what you can do basically, if you want, is see if I can get a good example here. I'll do something brand new, and then I can come back to this if I feel like it. So we got like this sound. I don't know. I'll just record it out. Yeah, okay. 138 BPM seems fine. So let's say I'm like, hey, this is like a really cool bass line, but I want to be able to use this as something different. Hey, Bug Out, what's up, man? It looks like you changed your name a bit. Bug Out, type beat. Is that trying to be meta? Am I missing something? Or was there an event that happened that I wasn't paying attention to? Anyway, so I've got like the bass there. I can come in and like let's say I want to like use it as like a lead for some reason. Like I can tweak these, and we'll start over. I don't know if that's right. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, like I was going through and just trying to see like how varied I could make stuff. And you can actually do some pretty cool stuff. Like I've got this here, then you can start recording values to have like steps change for every single step. So you can get like really crazy where I don't know if I was able to memorize like all these different values, what they are per instrument. I feel like I'm looking through my microphone. It's like everything's kind of at an angle. So that's a little bit odd. This actually moving was probably a good idea, but I'd say you get just enough information most of the time on this little tiny display. I don't know. I haven't like thought of it being distracting or anything, but. Yep. Probably should have a metronome going or something. Just lay something out real quick. Man, I have metronome off right now. Let's get that back on. Oh, that's tempo. There we go. that doesn't sound like the right spot. Anyway, yeah, there's like lots of little tiny stuff going on here. Like I don't need the metronome probably anymore. So, I guess what I was just trying to say is like, I've got this going on here. I can, let's just keep going. We'll go up higher. So like I can just play, like I know you can just go up and down octaves, but like I can really change the characteristics of the sound so that it doesn't sound the same, even though like I'm using the same instrument. Like, I don't know, I'm just also mixing up playing styles a little bit here, but yeah, I can now go over here. Now, I forget if these are tied together. Let's go check. Because I might have had to have recorded that out. Yeah, so what I should have done, and we'll just do it right now. So if I hit record, I can just kind of set this value. So I know I have a recording here. If I want to switch over to here, because it sounds a little too high for the bass now, I can record this in. So that I can actually preserve the sound. I was doing it a little bit wrong. Gabe and sound probably would have been like, what are you doing? You're making a mess. So like for this middle one, it sounds like it's not, the filter's not open enough, so probably need to open it up a little. So with that, like just doing some slight parameter changes, you can get like pretty easy sound changes as well. So you can kind of stretch this and get more instruments out of it, I guess is all I'm trying to say. So like, I guess like here, let's like I was doing like let's like a lead here. It's a little too open. Well, that doesn't work the way I want. This is where as I always say, like I keep saying, I bet when I got in the habit of using this, part of the process was just setting how many bars I wanted, because sometimes I'd noodle something out and I'm like, I don't like that. So let's say I've got this. Now, if I come over here, we'll end these. So this is playing a high end. I could pick one of these other two potentially to become more bassy if I wanted to. So let's say we try this one. We'll just go for 2 bars. Probably a little too much going on there. So, like, again, like this might, be like, it needs a little something else maybe. We can like start recording in just some different values. Probably needs like a envelope change as well. See if I remember how to do that. There was like a shift menu or something. Was it shift and then? No. I know I found it before. I was like, ah, nice. Oh, maybe just release. We can just do release here. I would love, personally, because I don't know, I'm usually far more into sampling. I would love if we could get these 16 pads assigned to something other than just pitch. So like the semitone stuff's great. Sometimes it would be nice if you could assign this to like either volume, start and end points, because there's some fun stuff you can do chopping with these being start and end points. Or just like maybe just assign it to like any of these top level knobs, so that you can do all kinds of weird stuff and basically play it out. But what am I trying to do? Oh, I was just kind of goofing around and showing that like I basically swapped. So I've got right now the bass track is playing melody and the this like pad is now become the bass, so I can switch back over and get like a completely different sound. Like that's all I was just kind of messing around with to kind of show. Like if you record in the parameter changes, if you do it a little bit logically, you can get very different sounds for like each of these elements of the track. That's all. I have one that I did, I want to say it might have been for, I don't know if I did it for like one of the DiBiase tracks or something, but anyway, I don't know. I'm just being a goofball. I don't know, that one sounds like super weird. I don't know, let's just do a 4 on the floor. Double that up. What country are you in, 94 Buddha? An MPC-X for $970 seems super inexpensive, but I'd be concerned there's something wrong with it. I want to say like when I had mine, I got it for $1,600, but well, happy to answer whatever questions I can for you. The 907, I would definitely, if it's local to you and you can go check it out, I'd say go play around with the MPC-X before paying for it, I would just be, even like in the US, $970 would be kind of cheap. If MPC One is actually just as competent and capable, if you can find the MPC One, I don't know, maybe MPC One or something. The Live, you might have battery issues. I don't know. It's a tough call. Yeah, we can do that. I need 4 bars. My opinion on MPC3, my MPC2 brain hates it to some extent. That's not, I shouldn't say hate, that's a little bit strong. There are things I know how to still do on firmware 2 that are just faster, but there are also very weird MPC isms that I know a lot of people don't like. So if you're coming from a DAW or a lot of other systems, layouts, or formats, I think MPC3 is far easier to use because they've tied programs to tracks. It does mean that you're potentially using a lot more. You can't. It makes it harder to use plugins. If you're used to like exploding tracks or like having multiple tracks address the same program, there's a bunch of weirdness with that they have yet to work out. But if I'm used to doing all that kind of stuff because I've been using MPCs for over 20 years. So a lot of that stuff just is like second nature and makes sense to me. But I think for a lot of people that were coming new into the MPC universe, it was just time to make a change. I think they learned a lot of stuff from doing the MPC Force and figured out how to go really adjust stuff to be a little bit, I'll say, easier to work with. So while I think I'd say it's in some ways less complicated, and it's mostly in a good way. So if you're looking for something that's going to feel a little bit more traditional, maybe a little bit more like Ableton or similar for like how you manage tracks and like have an arranger view and stuff, it's a bit easier to kind of understand what's going on. I just happen to know how to, like, the under the hood stuff going on with it, so I don't mind like some of the weird complications, but I also understand that it's just not fun when you try and learn the system to come in and try and understand what the heck you need to do or anything. What the heck did I do to this track? This is the one that I turned into a bass line. So I have to reopen it up. Because I guess I didn't record those values. Whoops. I did record them. I guess I forgot that you kind of lock them in on your other track. So let's just kind of dial this in. I'm not like terribly worried about it being perfect. Probably open the filter a little bit more. It's fine. I know I'm doing some like stuff that this isn't really intended to do. What becomes really fun is when you go into Ableton Live and see like it explode a Ableton Move project into like just tons and tons of automation lanes. You don't really have a... You can pitch it, but there's not like a... Like there's a stretch and grain, so you get like a little bit of a taste of that, but you can't load up a loop and then put it into like complex pro mode and like do all that like crazy time stretching and beat matching and stuff. So maybe somebody else has like figured out some crazy things. I haven't kept up with the Ableton Move news or anything, but as far as I know, it's not there, and I don't know if they're gonna do it or not. But you can get like really weird sounds, like the heck, somebody's calling me. I don't know. They can leave a message. They can leave a message. So well, we go like this. I wasn't using this sound, right? I mean, I can come in and do like playback effect. You can do stretch and get like the granular stuff that you can do. But it's more an effect, which is still like, I still find some of it's kind of cool, but it's probably not what you're looking for, is my guess. I don't know where the heck I'm going with any of this stuff. Need more drums. We'll fix these. Hey, take it easy, Game and Sound. Have fun, make cool music, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just making random beats, apparently. Let's double this. I don't think I intended it to have a double tap there. I don't know what the heck's going on. I think I was just trying to get it there. I don't know, I'm probably getting too weird over here. That last one was really far off. So I think if I remember correctly, we can... Well, we got another note in here. There we go. If I remember correctly, I think I can play the chord and then put it here like that. It's been a while. Let's see if it plays 1 or 3 notes. And then I can adjust how long it plays for. Or, no, I have to hold it down and dial in note length. That's right. We'll go 4. Sometimes you can't mix these things. know if it keeps getting better. I just keep moving around and goofing around. Like, I don't like the noodling on some of this, but yeah, like this track, some of that just sounds like it's not quite in the right spot. I don't know. What is it? Quantize is... That's note repeat. Quantize is that. Let's see if that helps any. Last note sounds late. Put it, there we go. To see if I can remember. I think you can record the track volume as well. Maybe not that high. See where the heck we started. I don't know. I've just been noodling around for probably way too long. I probably should go grab lunch. So I'll say, everybody, thanks for hanging out, and thank you for putting up with me again for not having my audio working for the first few minutes. But it's good having everyone around. Thanks for the questions, comments, and everything. Appreciate it. We'll catch up again soon. Have a great day. Keep making music. Keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good,